Hello students, from this module we are going to cover up the next unit, that is of paper BOC 103. The name of the course is Plant Anatomy and Embryology. This will be covered up for Bachelors of Science second year program. I am Dr. Jyotsna Gavas, Assistant Professor in Government College Sankili, and I'll be presenting to you a module, that is Activity of Vascular Cambium in STEM, which is included under the unit Secondary Growth. In this particular module, I am going to tell you about the overview of primary structure in STEM, intrastellar and extrastellar secondary growth in STEM, detailed process of secondary growth in STEM due to the activity of cambium. At the end of this module, the person who views this module will be able to define primary and secondary growth in STEM, discuss the process of secondary growth in STEM, list the changes that occur during secondary growth, compare the differences between primary and secondary growth in STEM, and explain how the stem becomes thicker. In plants, growth is an ongoing process, and this growth initially is the primary growth, which results into the lengthening of stem and root. Woody axis formation in stem and roots is due to secondary growth. The growth of stem in thickness due to activity of cambium is called as secondary growth, which occurs in gymnosperms, dicots, and in monocots, like examples of which include Yucca and Dracaena. Secondary growth in plants takes place due to the action of secondary meristem, which includes vascular cambium and the cork cambium. The primary structure of stem includes the cuticle, which forms the outermost layer, followed by a layer of epidermis. Epidermis is followed by cortex. This is followed by endodermis and pericycle, and within the stele you find vascular bundles which are arranged in the form of a dissected ring, and in the center you will find a large pith. The secondary growth in stem takes place in two different places, one in the cortical region and the other in the stellar region. The growth which occurs in the cortical region is called as extrastellar secondary growth, and the growth which takes place in the stellar region is called as the intrastellar secondary growth. In intrastellar secondary growth, in dicot plants, the vascular cambium is present between phloem and xylem. This cambium is called as the fascicular cambium. During the later part of the secondary growth, the cells in between the vascular bundles of medullary rays, they undergo a process which is called as dedifferentiation and forms a strip of cambium. As the growth advances, the interfascicular cambium and the fascicular cambium joins together to form a cambial ring. The activity of cambium can be explained with the following diagram, wherein you consider a single cell of cambium. This cambial cell in the fascicular region as well as the interfascicular region undergoes a mitotic division to form two daughter cells. One of the cells retain its meristematic activity, and the other cell undergoes differentiation process to form a xylem element. Same way the cycle repeats, wherein the cambial cell will divide further to produce two mitotic cells which are having similar in size, shape, This particular cambial cell undergoes mitotic division to form two daughter cells, wherein one retains meristematic activity, the other one gets transformed into a phloem element of phloem cell, and similarly as growth advances, different layers of xylem and phloem are produced within the plant stem. In this particular picture, you can see that the cambium forms secondary xylem towards the inner side and secondary phloem towards the outer side. As secondary growth advances, the formation of secondary tissues, that is secondary xylem and secondary phloem, pushes primary xylem towards the inner side and primary phloem towards the outer side. As secondary growth advances, the cambial cell produces more secondary xylem towards the inner side, pushing the primary xylem towards the pith, and towards the outer side it produces less quantity of secondary phloem. As a result, there is increase in diameter of the stem. As a result, new cells are formed because the epidermal layer which was existing in the primary stem gets replaced by a new protective covering which is called as periderm. So, the growth in this particular region which occurs outside the stele is called as extrastellar secondary growth. In this, the outermost cortical layers undergo dedifferentiation to form cambium which is called as cork cambium or phallogen. This layer of cells forms parenchymatous tissues towards the outer side as well as towards the inner side. The cells which are formed towards the outer side are called as phloem. The cells which are formed towards the inner side is called as phalloderm. During the course of growth, the cells of the outer layer, that is phloem, gets deposited with suberin, and as a result water cannot pass from the inner layers to the outer dermal layer, that is epidermis, and as a result the epidermis gets detached from the plant. So, as secondary growth advances, the outermost layer which was earlier epidermis is replaced by a new protective layer which is called as periderm. Endodermis, pericycle as well as primary cortex gets disappeared. This periderm layer is followed by secondary phloem. This periderm along with secondary phloem constitutes the bark of the stem. Secondary phloem is followed by secondary xylem, and towards the inner side you will find traces of primary xylem and few cells of pith which are parenchymatous in nature. These are the list of references which I have used in compilation of this module. Thank you.